Hello, everyone. It's good to be back and to talk to you all. So I guess this would be my or one of my final videos for Mithuna Rasi, and I'm sure that you all are anxious to know how the last 6 months is going to be for Ashtama Sani. So let's get on with it. So I'll try to be concise and straight to the point kind of outfit in this video. So Saturn has been moving speedily in Aquarius, which is for Mithuna Rasi was in the 9th house, but he returns to your 8th house on 13th of July, which is Wednesday. So he will be moving in reverse, in retrograde, but he will be returning to the 8th house from your Rasi, from your Mithuna, where your moon is placed. But he's going in reverse. And this is the time we should be looking at Charam, or the Nakshatram, or the star that it is moving on top of. So Saturn, being the slow moving planet, he will be going on top of Avitam. Avitam is the star owned by the planet Mars. So this analysis forecast would be general. Obviously, the combinations of Rasi and Navamsa chart for individuals around the world is infinite, right? We have to look at where's your Lugnam, where's the planet Mars placed in your birth chart, where is Saturn placed in your birth chart, whether they are conjunct or in close proximity with the positive planets or negative planets like Rahu or Amavasa moon, new moon, or is it a full moon, right? Where is Jupiter in all of this? Is any planet in retrograde during your birth time? Okay, infinite kind of combinations. So let's break it down, shall we? So Sunny is going to come into Capricorn on 13th of July, but some of y'all would already feel the effects of Ashtama Sani kicking again. What do I mean by that? That was when Sunny was moving into Aquarius from end of March till 13th of July, let's say 12th of July, you had a moment of relief. Now that I say with a disclaimer, you must look at what dasa and bhukti you had been running at that time, particularly your bhukti, whether that was a benefic planet dasa bhukti, or is it a malefic, whether it's a second house dasa bhukti, for example, because second house can also become your Maragadibadi. Maragam is an effect next to death. It's not death, but a second house, depending on how the second house owner is, if you're running a second house dasa bhukti, the placement of the second house owner during your birth time, well, he will give you a Maragadibadi effect or Maragam effect. So you will feel like instead of living like this, might as well just die. You know, why should I live like this? That kind of effect, yeah, second house thing. But again, that's a very small percentage of the population. So Sunny, the next 6 months in Capricorn, Sunny will be only on Avitam, only on one star, the star owned by Mars. Now, that is in itself a negative effect because Sunny, Saturn, hates the planet Mars. Right? They are mortal enemies. They can't get along. They can't sit in the same room, in fact. Right? It's just bashing each other up. So you have to take into account, again, this is a general forecast for Mithuna Rasi. You have to look at your own birth chart. What do you have to look at? You have to look at where Mars is placed. What is your Laknam? Right? Your Lakna Lord. Let's say you are Meena Laknam, Jupiter, but your Rasi is Midhanam. Okay, so Meena Laknam, owner is Jupiter. Where is Jupiter placed? If your Laknam is Kumbham, owner is Sunny itself. Right? So now Sunny is in Capricorn. Kumbham is Aquarius. Where is Sunny placed during your birth time? And how is your Navamsa chart looking? So there are a lot of combinations, in fact, but general view is the moon is in Mithunam, Gemini. It's a house owned by Buddhan, Mercury. So a few days ago, you all would have heard and watched some videos and heard from blogs and YouTube and websites that all the planets are in their own house, the specific planet. For example, Mars was in Aries, Mesham. Venus was in his own house, Vrichagam, and so on and so forth. So there is like a Graga Maliga, like a garland kind of a combination of planets. Is it good or bad for Mithuna Rasi? It is extremely bad. Savvai is Mars, obviously. Mars is back in his own house. He's empowered. And what is the, okay, now let's deep dive into the Charam, the star itself. Avitam, owned by Mars. What does Mars do? Mars is a quick planet, fast, anger, red planet, lust, speed. Speed as in you drive a car, you want to go fast. You want to race. And think about how Sani or Saturn is. Sani is a slow planet. He wants to go slow. He wants to take things slow. But the star is telling the planet sitting on that particular star, that star is communicating and saying, I want you to go fast. And remember, this is an enemy telling you. And if an enemy is giving you an instruction, you can imagine how you will execute that instruction. You will execute it with some disdain. You wouldn't like it, right? So you will try and delay it as much as possible. You try to make fun of the instruction. You'll try and make fun of the people of the person who is giving that instruction because it's your enemy. Right? Planets take on the persona, the characteristics of human characteristics, and that's how the historical and mythical overview of planets are. So planets actually behave like humans. The planets have many human traits. So Mars is again, Mars is a planet with the deity of Kartikeya, Murugan, the god of war. Because to be a god of war, you need to be quick, agile, angry all the time. Remember all of this framework, the astrological framework wrapped around legends and myths and mysticism was done thousands of years ago. So most of the population at the time were hunter-gatherers. But I believe that in ancient India, hunter-gatherer communities were actually mostly farmers, agricultural background. So they were vegetarian. The person who eats meat, there is a belief that the person who eats meat becomes angry, becomes energetic, will become the leader of the armed forces, the leader of the army, who is going to go against the enemy territory. The meat eater, Mars, Murugan, Kartikeyan. And you all know the story that Murugan, before he went for war, he went to Tiruchendur, and he did some prayers to the Sivalingam there, and he ate meat, apparently. And even his flag is that of a chicken, so he ate some rooster, drank some of his blood, and many versions of the story, again, we do not know how accurate or true or not, but the underlying mysticism is telling you that you need to be angry to do something quick. Now, the opposite planet that's dominating you, Saturn, wants you to do the opposite thing. It wants you to do things slow. So now you have a moment or a period of mismatch. You're confused. You want things to happen quickly. It's not going to happen quickly. Between the star and the planet in a particular house, which one dominates? Which effect will overtake, and which one will be more prominent? Well, the planet's one. The planet's one. That also, with a clause, with a disclaimer, where is your planet Mars placed? Okay, please drop down in the comment, give some feedback, let's help the others who are going through a very bad Ashtama Sani, being in Mithuna Rasi. So from 13th July till 17th of January 2023, the Saturn is only going to sit on Avitam. He's going to go in reverse, retrograding on that Avitam star from 13th of July till 24th of October. 24th, he moves forward again, right? So at that time, 24th of October, it's already the last quarter, so-called, around about 4 months left before your Ashtama Sani is over. What happens then? I mean, even now, when it's going in retrograde, effect will be a bit lesser, but don't take things a bit lightly. Avitam, Mars, Saturn. Saturn is a very big planet. There's only one planet bigger than Saturn, there's Jupiter, which is the grandiose version of benefic. The grandiose version of malefic is Saturn, 100% negative planet, Saturn. A smaller version of Mars. Mars is around the same size, slightly smaller than the Earth. Saturn is about, I think, 18 times bigger than the Earth. So you can imagine how it's about 18 times bigger, 18, 19 times bigger than Mars. Huge planet. And now we're talking about the star, not the planet Mars itself. All right, so Mars, effect of Mars, lust. That's number one. If you're a male, if you're a guy, midlife, okay, remember Ashtama Sani can happen when you're in youth, midlife, old age. So you might get entangled into an affair during Ashtama Sani or before Ashtama Sani. This is the time you'll get caught. Sani will make sure you get caught. Sani will make sure you get into an accident because Mars is quick planet, racing, especially if you have a red car. Again, that I say with a bit of disdain, and you have to check your own chart for the placement of Mars. But generally, yes. Anything you want to do quickly, Saturn is here to put a stop to it, to put a limitation, a border, right? So there's a moment of restraint. If you go beyond this restraint, you still want to have your affair. You still want to do the project, whatever project or undertaking you want to do quickly. You want it. If you think that you will wait until Ashtama Sani is over before you start a business or start your enterprise or your stock market trading, whatever, and you think that you can't wait, now is the time because it's Avitam, all right? Sani is still in charge. He will make sure that you lose something. So he will so-called bait you to do something quickly, and that will be disastrous. Last 6 months, I understand that. You have been in it for about 2+ years, 2.5 years, in fact, and it should be over. 6 more months to go, but it is a bit frustrating. So you think that last 6 months, it's fine. I can still do something and get away with it. What is Sani going to do to me? Don't think that way. Don't challenge Sani. Again, look at where Mars and Saturn is placed in your birth chart, right? For Mithuna Rasi, the second house from the Rasi. Now you check your Lagnam as well, but your Rasi. Second house from your Rasi is Kadagam. Kadagam is owned by the moon, the mother. And the moon is the only planet that can grow and shrink, right? You can be a full moon and then you shrink, you go into new moon and then you grow again to full moon. The only planet that grows and shrinks. So that represents the mind, right? Sani sitting on Avitam. Second house from Mithunam is Kadagam, or Cancer, the house of Cancer. And we know second house is house of family, income, communication, speech, strength of speech. Who listens to you, who doesn't listen to you. This is the time you'll be stammering, right? Nobody respects your word. You are pushed into the blind spot. You loss of income, loss of family's respect, loss of face in front of your family. Now you cannot face your family members. All of that second house. And unfortunately for your Rasi, again, if you are Mithuna Laknam and Mithuna Rasi, Mithuna Laknam native, Mithuna Rasi native, if this combination, Laknam Rasi is Gemini for you, Mithunam, you are just pushed into the blind spot. Nobody respects you. Write down in the comment, you've lost your job, lost your income, lost your business, lost your shares, trading, portfolios, whatever, right? And now you have to jumpstart. So you are itching to start and you want to do things quickly. Well, it doesn't help. Female bosses, if you have a female boss, female leaders, be cautious how you move around with them. Building structures, because Mars is a red planet, it represents like a brick, the red bricks before you put on into a structure, into a wall. You know how bricks are, they are red and they are represented by Mars. Police station are represented by Mars. Now let's talk about the red bricks. Structures, if you are building a house on your own land, this time there would be delays. Most of the time you'd have to break down your house and restart, or there will be some defect. Authorities have stopped the construction of your house or any building, or you're a civil engineer, construction engineer. Problem for you, you are not able to execute your job, your business, if you're in the business of construction. Bad effect. Okay. Police station, especially that in India, you know how they have painted the walls of police station red. You will go into a police station. Accidents, and naturally if someone else comes and hits your car, or depending on how bad the accident is, again, that how bad an effect of a situation going to be, you have to check your chart. Everyone's chart is unique, right? So that's why I say there's infinite possibilities. Where is the planet Mars? Which house? Yeah, Mars in the 6th house may or may not be good. Again, you have to check your chart with an astrologer, whether the Mars Dasa Bhukti is happening or not. So a million things. Now, I'm just covering a general thing, which in fact I really don't like to do, but I can tell you generally, canvassing across Mithuna Rasi, these are the points. Ashtama Sani is not over. Anything to do with Mars, the signification of Mars, like I said, speed, lust, fire, red, police station, walls, buildings, construction, right? Affairs. All of these are going to come into play. Now, from 24th of October, slowly the effect of Ashtama Sani will go down, and the opposite effect of your Dasa Bhukti, your period, that one will slowly start taking over. If you're running a 6th house, 8th house, 12th house Dasa Bhukti, actually not much of a 12th house, 6th house and 8th house Dasa or Bhukti in between now, although Ashtama Sani has put it on hold, suspended that. From October, or you can say first week of November onwards, you can see that slowly picking its speed up. It can be bad if it's 6 or 8 Dasa or Bhukti. If it's 1, 5, 9, very good. Depending on in the 1st house, 5th house, 9th house, where is the owner placed in your Rasi chart? Which other planet is sitting in the 5th house, 9th house, 1st house? Are they good? Are they good for the Lakna, friendship-wise? Are they good for the Lakna Adhipati, the Lakna owner? Right? Or are they enemies? How far away are they in terms of degrees, proximity? So again, a million combinations. But these are the general effects, general views, right? Accidents, blood-related issues. Mars is red, blood. Accident can cause blood. Health-wise, anemia. right? Loss of red blood cells, right? Coagulation of blood, deep vein thrombosis, DVT, right? Aneurysm, stroke, if you're more on the elderly side, stroke, blood vessels, veins, blockages, mass. Sani is the one that limits things, borders, limitation, putting stop to it. So aneurysm, deep vein thrombosis. You cannot walk. Knees, below the knees, organ failure, tissue failure. Because why? There's blockage and blood is not flowing down and up. You know, you all know that if you are traveling, flying long hours in an aeroplane, long haul flights, and you know how if you don't walk, sit there for 18 hours, 14 to 18 hours, you know, disastrous. All of that, you may have gone through several flights like that. Nothing would have happened, but this time, something will happen. And health is more important than finances and wealth. And you all know that, because if you lose it, well, if you're going until the point of surgery and all that, well, you know that there is no turning back, no matter how many millions you make after that. That particular appendage that is cut off or whatever, that you all have put a metal knee cap or whatever, and that's never going to undo anything. So yeah, so these are the things. So be careful of accidents, be careful of going into the police station. Don't get into trouble with anybody. Don't create lawsuits. Don't try and sue someone and say that, oh, I'm going to win because Ashtama Sani is coming to an end and everything will be fine. Yeah, especially if this is how it's going to be. Sani is a significator of justice. Survey, Mars is a quick planet. So you start a lawsuit, a case, court case. It will run very quickly, speedily. And you'll be happy that it's going very quickly and it's progressing. Nothing has progressed well for you in this Ashtama Sani. The judgment will come within the next 6 months. You are still in the Ashtama Sani period. The outcome will be against what you want. You won't win. And then you would have to pay compensation and all that. So it's much worse than not starting anything. Still, please don't start anything. Any enterprise, business venture, changing jobs, don't. And very appealing. I know you are itching to jump into something to progress in life. Still, you have 6 months more of Ashtama Sani. Just be patient. Leave a comment, talk to me, talk to anybody in the comment section, communicate, be respectful, obviously, communicate and help each other. All right, 6 months will go off, right? It will travel steadily and quickly, so just be patient. And yeah, so I guess that is it for now. I didn't want to show any diagrams or illustrations or any chart because there are millions of combinations of charts. Get in touch with me if you want me to read your specific astrological chart, your Rasi and Avamsa. Leave a comment. You can get in touch with me through my email, and phone contact is in the details of the YouTube channel. And yeah, so I will be in touch. I will create more videos. Just let me know what kind of content that you're looking for. And I wish you all the best. Stay safe. Everything will be fine. God bless you all. Thank you.